am on to see my husband.
You should break up with your boyfriend and come to here with me. I feel like it's more fun than staying with that loser. Okay, bye!
Dudes will say anything in front of an attractive girl.
Based on the way that you're warming up, do you feel that you're ready for this competition?
I'm always ready. I don't need to warm up. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Thank you.
You feel me? Not on me.
Like, you feel me? But you're probably wondering what is going on right now and why is Kayla interviewing people? Well, let me explain real quick. This is sports journalist and NBA reporter Malika Andrews. It's believed that she has an effect on the players that she interviews because of, well, you know, her good looks. Here's a perfect example. Listen to what Ja Morant says to Malika here.
No one in the West.
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
Like, see what I mean? So, I wanted to test this theory. So, I set up a private basketball run where I invited some hoopers to come play. Now, you're probably saying, okay, how is that testing anything? Well, I have someone who looks almost identical to Malika. Her name is Michaela. And essentially, I'm going to have her interview the guys that are playing before and after the games to see if they say something crazy.
I'm a smooch. I'm a smooch.
Yeah, let's just say it worked very well. So Michaela's gonna be on the sideline watching the games, so she could pick which players she wants to interview after each game. And also so she has an idea of what to ask them. Here's a few examples of things said in the video.
They suck. They can't guard me. They horrible. It's just what I do.
So how do you feel about the next game?
I feel like we're gonna win. I feel like we're gonna blow them out. Stop. Yo. All right, I got something for you. But I had to get my bronze, so they left me and shot with my 2018 bag right now.
How do you feel about the competition?
On a scale of 1 to 10, like a 0.
So if you guys want to watch the full video, it's on my YouTube. The link is in my bio.
You guys don't want it this summer. I swear to God, I'm outside. I'm out the fuck side. If there's a side, I'm out of it. And I'm out of it. Sometimes I forget that I'm in my 20s. So when a man that's like 30 hits on me, I'm like, ew, pervert. And I forget it's age appropriate.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but when guys like other girls' Instagram posts, I don't even think that it's like just disrespectful. I simply think it's embarrassing because I know how girls work. Just me thinking like, if you are liking a girl's post and it's known that you have a girlfriend, I am just picturing in my head this girl being like, oh my gosh, he's in my likes and he has a girlfriend. Like, there must be something going on in their relationship. Like, there must be something wrong. Or like, he must be interested in me or something like that. Like, that's literally how girls think, I swear. So that's why I think it's just simply embarrassing if you have a girlfriend and you're liking like other girls' half-naked pictures on Instagram. I'm not saying like normal pictures, like cute little family pics. I'm talking like scandy pics on Instagram that you are always double tapping on. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Just my opinion.
I knew my husband was the one within 2 hours of meeting him. And it wasn't like a love at first sight situation, although he is incredibly handsome. It was like, after just talking to him, the authenticity I felt and the way he was listening to me and the way he looked at me, even though we were strangers, it was familiarity. I just looked at him like, damn, it's gonna be you, isn't it?
I'm so picky. I have like the highest standards for anybody I get involved with.
Men, listen to that. It is okay to have high standards. It's okay to admit that you do not want the OnlyFans model that has been sleeping around with like 50 plus guys, because that really is not normal. So go get wifed up. That's the normal thing.
If a man who is willing to settle, let's say you're not that old, but you're 26, and you say that anyone over 25 is like almost damaged goods or getting worse and worse.
No,
it's less valuable. It's less valuable.
Correct. Yes, I would say I was more valuable 5 years ago. Yes, in terms of the dating market. Yes.
So do you think that how can somebody who's older and not a virgin and less valuable, how can they get in a relationship with a man and not think they're a loser? Because if you're a low value woman, then in a sense, you be judging the guy who's quote unquote settling for you because he couldn't get a higher value woman. So in a sense, a guy that you would settle for would be a loser by your own metrics. Low value.
Well, what are men supposed to do? 95% of women aren't virgins on their wedding days. You could be a multimillionaire and not get a virgin.
How do you?
I think that's why you see more men walking away from relationships.
No. How do you enter a relationship and not think that he's a loser because he's low value?
I don't really know how to answer that question.
But it is interesting, right? Because in a sense, only a low value man and I'm sorry, I'm only framing this in your worldview. Let's say a medium value man would decide to settle on somebody like you, who's a little bit older, not as fertile. You are not a virgin, and also I'll tell you something else. You like being in the foreground, which is not good for traditional marriages. I mean, he's looking for someone who wants to build a home. You don't know how to cook.
Yeah,
either.
I don't expect to be with like a high value guy. I think that's silly.
Okay. What's your
like when I think of high value, I think of like top 5% of men.
So what value do you think
Very-
you'll be settling on in your own personal life?
What value will I
Yeah.
be settling on in my
Yeah, what
personal?
man do you think is reasonable for you to pursue?
I just kind of I think that's a bit of a inappropriate like question. But
That's interesting because you spend like all day talking about this stuff. I find that it's really interesting to have you put this analysis into use. Why is it
because the way
inappropriate?
you're framing the question is a bit disingenuous.
How?
I think most women in
How is it disingenuous? I'm analyzing your viability by your own metrics, which you do all day to other women and men. Why is that disingenuous? Like, I think it's fair to say, because we're talking to women about expectations and men about expectations based on their value. I think it's fair to say, okay, well, what's your value of man you're looking for based on your value by your own metrics is going to be not super high.